advancing safety in the thoracic endoscopic spine. You know, endoscopic, the thoracic spine has got a different anatomy. The thoracic spine is a pear-shaped body, so the spinal cord is more like as if it's into a saucer. It's not the lumbar spine, you know. So the spinal cord is anterior to the posterior line. And the spinal cord runs straighter than the canal. The canal is kyphosed and the spinal cord runs straighter. So even a small disc will cause a problem. It is a stiffer spine articulating with the ribs, but ribs are your friend because rib will protect your needle, it will protect the lung, and it will guide you to where you want to go. And the kyphosis and exiting root, you know, in thoracic spine, the root never comes on the disc, so it's very safe. It's always away, it's over the body. And the ribs, as I said, are our friends. And MRI for a disc and CT scan for a calcified disc, because calcified disc is what you don't want to deal with. So every case you must have a CT scan. Now for the thoracic disc, other options which we have are very morbid. Like you can have a transthoracic approach, VAT, costotransversectomy, transpedicular approach, or laminectomy. But transforaminal discectomy is the most MIS and direct thing which we can do. Now, indication for the beginners would be a soft disc on the paramedian side, whether it is foraminal or a little medial. But a central disc is not a good disc to do, and it should be a soft disc. It should not be calcified. So CT scan is important, as you see on the right side. The contraindications would be a hard calcified disc, a thoracic ossification of PLL, severe disc space narrowing, severe cord compression. Now, the most important thing that when you start the case, it's very difficult to pinpoint the level, and a wrong level disc surgery is the worst thing, and it's not very uncommon. So you have to be extremely careful. You have to count right from L5S1 or from the, I mean, since I have to speak about the pearl, so I'm telling you. And so you have to see for the subtle signs, you know, if the disc space is narrow or if there's an osteophyte, so you must see all those things. And then you must know, you must ensure that you are working at the perfect location. Now, instrument, all of us know, but the most important instrument here are the trephine, reamer, and burr, because thoracic foramina are very small in size, and we have to widen them by burring the facet, the rib head, the pedicle, because you know these are the things which come all around it. So you've got the manual reamer. You just put in a needle, a wire, and then reamer, just keep on increasing. It will increase the foramina. It's a simple job, and then you put in your working cannula. Now, this is a special trephine. So this is how we do it. The first step is in the pre-op CT scan, you start from the mid-pedicle line, and from there you draw a line. If you see on the left-hand side, you draw a line to the lateral side of the facet, and you go up on the skin, and you see that how far you have to enter. And then you go down there with your needle between the rib, which will protect the lung, and the facet, and you end up on the lateral pedicle line in the AP view. You know, the pedicle, and that's the safest thing. Or else in the oblique view, which we are not very fond of, you have to go through the rib head and the pedicle. Now, so this is how it looks. You just look down that in the AP view, the pedicle is up there. You are ending up, when you touch the annulus, you are on the lateral pedicle line, and in the lateral view, you are on the posterior vertebral line. And then this working cannula will follow that. So the first thing is that you have to, by your trephine, you can just make your way wider, and then you depress it. First you take your disc out, and then you take it down and start seeing the cord, and then you can do it. Not a difficult job. Now this is more or less the same thing. So this is a case I'm gonna show you. This gentleman, I've just done last week, is 50 years old. He has got a myelopathy, and he has got weakness and pain in both the lower limbs. He has got a D11-12 disc. As you can see, he has got a right-sided soft disc. And we start doing it again, the same thing. We end up, our needle will end up in the lateral side of the foramen in AP view, but when our cannula goes in, we, in the AP view, never go beyond the medial pedicle line. If you join the medial, because medial to that is the spinal cord. So you would like to be just there. And, okay, so now, where is the cursor? Okay. I can't forward this. Anyway, let me go to the next video. Oh, it's not, yeah. So this is what you see first, and then you we take the disc out first, and then I'll just take it forward here, and then you have to burr. This is a burr. This is a guarded burr, so you just see the posterior side. Upper 12 o'clock side is the facet, so I'm just burring it. And you see the burr, that is the, and you see the final thing has been out, and now I'm just taking the, you see that pulsating thecal sac. Anyway, yeah, and this is a probe by which I'm seeing that everything is free. So, how do I go the next? Okay, so this is how it happens. I think my time is over. Thank you. And this, by the way, the patient is extremely happy, as you can see. So anyway,
fantastic.
so anyway, thank you very much.